Hey guys, it's Christina Kreep.
And Sara Stein. Whoo! Sorry, phone shenanigans.
We're still in Sarah's basement.
Forever.
She's got a much better background than we do here. We don't have all the white curtains and things my kids must. I don't know. I'm babbling.
You got weird shit everywhere in this house. I can't help it.
There's a bat behind me. I'm amused.
They're all over your fucking dress too.
Yeah, they are all over my dress.
Don't be judging the bats.
No, that was a happy bat. That was a happy. Nothing is making sense. We're starting this strangely.
It's cool. All right.
Sir.
So, it's Monster Mania in New Jersey. Was
I'm
it a cat?
jealous. That was a
Black cat kitties.
Can I got you.
You got one of my kitties?
I got one. Who did I get?
You got Ripley.
I got Ripley. Okay, you're not the mean one. Oh,
She's gonna try to escape.
I've been trying to get one of these cats for hours. It seems like hours. I'm not really sure how long it's been. But since I've gotten into her house, I've been trying to get one of the black cat kittens. Mm-hmm. And they've escaped me every time.
Dr. Evil.
Yeah. All right, go on about. Just don't mind me.
All right. So, this is the first New Jersey Monster Mania I've ever been to, and it was so overwhelming, but so much fun. Something that happened that I was kind of not expecting, and I just want to mention this first because I don't want to brush over this and forget to mention it. But so many of you came up and said hello and recognized me from Kreep, and I was not expecting that at all. I'm sure she gets it all the time because she's vended at these things. She's on calendars, burlesque, all that fucking shit. Have you looked? She has over 10,000 fucking followers. And I don't really stick out that well, or at least I don't. And for so many people to come over and say hello, that you love the channel, and even ask to take a picture with me, I was just like, is this real life? Did that just happen?
She was messaging me and I was like, oh, she was there. I couldn't go.
It was crazy. So thank you to anyone who said you loved our channel and wanted to say hi or even just chit chat. That was really fucking cool, and it also just kind of reaffirmed, even though we pretty much do this just for fun, but it really kind of reaffirmed that you guys kind of like us.
Yeah, you dig what we do, and I wasn't there, and I'm still gonna say thank you for saying that you loved our channel.
It was very cool. Oh goodness. So I think I'm just gonna start out with the autographs real quick because that's what I was most excited for, were the people that were going to be there. So I did the whole weekend. I ended up not going back on Sunday. I did other stuff. But I was there Friday night, and I was there on, I feel like I have to burp. What is with this beer?
Yeah.
White rascal.
Yeah, we got beer now. We just did a video without beer, and we decided that it was in our best interest to have beer, so... And your best interest to have beer.
So, Friday night, I decided to go with my husband, and we went and saw Ralph Macchio, got his autograph. I will post the pictures later if you haven't seen them on Facebook or anything like that, but my husband did not smile. And I looked at him, and I was like, why do you have a resting bitch face? And he goes, I'm a bitch. I was like, oh, I did not realize what I had married. And what's really funny about the picture is we stood in height order. It was just weird. He's in between, I guess I didn't really post, hardly any pictures except for, me and the twins, I think. But that was really cool. I ended up going to a Karate Kid panel. It was him and two other guys, the Cobra Kai sensei, and then the other guy, the little blonde son of a bitch that's always giving him shit. So that was really cool to watch their panel and just to hear them talk, the questions people had. And it's amazing to see how, their careers have gone so far. And Ralph Macchio actually had to leave the panel early because he had a flight to catch. And as soon as he walked away, the two guys were like, now it's the roast of Ralph Macchio.
Chris would have fucking geeked so hard. It sucks that we couldn't go because there's things that I know Chris would have wanted to do and things that
there were so many wrestlers. When we were staying in Ralph Macchio's line, the lady who is Lita from wrestling was right next to us, and I'm like, so pretty.
Yeah, my husband used to be obsessed with Lita. So when this Monster Mania came up, right away we were like, oh yeah, we're going. There's so much for both of us. But you know what? We had to adult. We had to pay bills. We had things that got in the way. And it sucks, but I'm going to the August one. I'm going to be there. She might not, but she should. But we'll see.
It's summer. Summer is such a hard time.
Yeah, that's true.
I want to do the Scares That Care stuff, but that's in fucking July in Williamsburg. And you have to fight beach traffic on top of driving far away to begin with. Ugh, such a pain in the ass. So the next person I got to see was Louise Fletcher. the first thing I remember ever seeing her in with Flowers in the Attic is the grandmother, and I was like, oh shit. My mom had to get a Nurse Ratched picture.
Yeah.
And James was sitting there, and he's just like, "She's Frank's mom on Shameless? I'm meeting Frank's mom? Frank's mom?" And I'm like, oh my god, this is embarrassing. But she was so sweet. She was, oh my god, she's so adorable. And she is like fucking awesome handwriting. Like, I work at a bank, and apparently they don't teach cursive anymore, and people's signatures are just print. There are no signatures. So it was so weird. I was like impressed by even her signature. Yeah. It was beautiful.
You know what that just made me realize, like a zillion years later? I think I still have your copy of that movie, of Flowers in the Attic.
Oh, you bitch.
I really think I do, because... Oops.
I mean, I don't know where it is, so this would make sense.
I'm pretty positive I borrowed it like 7 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, good golly. So, next person. We went and we met John Cusack. I touched him. I shook his hand. Oh, goodness. Oh my God. I'm saying like... We had to get like a 1408 thing. Now, here's the thing. Like, I've paid like a good amount of money to get a picture with someone and get their autograph. His autograph was $70, and if you wanted a picture, it was $80, and he wasn't getting up from the table, and he was also not taking off his bandana, hat, or sunglasses. And I looked at my husband, and I was like, I ain't paying for that. But because we were seated in front of him, I was like, I'm kind of going to snap a picture of him, though. And so I kept snapping these horrible pictures, but he was so cute. There was this one little kid with her parents, and she didn't really know who John Cusack was, so she stood to the side with her parents' crap, and the parents were on each side, and he was like, "You want to get in the picture?" And the kid's like, "Mm-mm." He's like, "Come on, get in the picture. You want to get in the picture? Get in the picture. Come on, get in the picture." Like, he was acting like us.
Yeah.
And the little kid was like, "No." And the mom's like, "I think we're done." And she was like, "I don't want to be in your picture." Like, she was so cute, though. So, I was super excited for this. They had a Shining reunion. They had Danny Lloyd, who played Danny Torrance. And then you had... I'm dying. So, got to meet Danny. I got to see a panel with both of them, and I went up and I was like, so this is kind of my favorite movie. And he's like, is it? And I was like, I'm really excited for your panel later. And he's like, I have a panel later? And I was like, yeah, at 4. And he was like, I am the last to know everything. Thanks for saying something. And I'm like, you're welcome.
Way to go, Monster Mania.
And he was like, that kind of makes me nervous because I don't know that I'm going to have much to say because I turned 6 during the filming of it. He's like, you'd probably have to bring my parents for more stuff. But it ended up being a really cool panel to hear from, like, the kids' perspectives. Like, he said that, like, movies aren't always, like, shot in sequence. So when they were filming it, he's like, I didn't know it was a scary movie, but by the end of it, I kind of started piecing it together. And he was like, also, I don't know if Jack Nicholson is a method actor, but he did not get out of character anytime we were all set and I was around him, and he scared the crap out of me. Like,
I think I've heard that before, though, about that movie.
But what was funny is that, like, the twins who played, like, the Grady sisters, they were like, oh, well, we always saw them at the end because they were 10 at the time of filming, so they were allowed to be up a lot later with, like, the weird, like, child labor work law type stuff. And they were like, so when we saw him, we would just sit in the room that was the Torrance's room in the hotel during the movie. And she's like, I remember just sitting on the bed talking to him. Sorry, they're from London, so I always want to do their little voices. And she's like, he just seemed like a really tired man.
Okay, the more you talk, the more it's like bumming me out that this convention.
Oh, I was freaking out. So
this is torture.
I was most excited for the Grady sisters. I was going crazy.
So, this beer's making me burp too, man.
Right? What's with this beer? That was dangerous. So I got like a giant picture. So I went up and I was like, I have to get the one of them in the hallway all covered in blood. And they wrote, come play with us, Sarah, forever and ever. And the guy was like, don't you want one of them where like they're standing looking all cute in the hallway? And I was like, I kind of have that tattooed on my arm already, so I think I'm cool. And he was like, what? And so when I walked over, I was talking to them and I showed the tattoo. I have a picture with them in my tattoo. But believe it was, Lisa was like, can I take a picture of it and put it on Instagram? And I'm like, take 5. So they put it on like Facebook and Twitter and like all their social media accounts, and I was like, fangirling. I'm okay.
She might have messaged me that like right away. I
was losing my shit. I was so excited. And what's funny is when I went around to go and take the picture, I had this really long sweater on, and when I went to take it off to pull my arm out, they have a space heater behind them, and I couldn't tell if it actually had real fire in it or if it was just like a heater with the weird orange light. And I was like, is that real? She goes, are we real? Are any of us here? And I'm like, oh my god, I'm freaking out.
Oh.
Their panel was so cute though, because the twins like finish each other's sentences and talk over each other.
That's like what twins do.
And apparently they so when they were doing casting for the role of the sisters, what ended up happening was they went in, they were the only people who weren't, I guess, like American English, so they had like their weird little accent. And they said, we were always taught you should be very proper, you should say hello to people, introduce yourself. So when we went in to go and introduce ourselves for the casting call, we went over and in unison said, hello, Mr. Whoever. And the guy was like, that was creepy. And she's like, but here's the thing. She's like, I don't know. She's like, people say things in unison all the time. I know we've done it multiple times. My sister and I do. But she's like, I think the thing is that when you're looking or listening to something and you can't figure out what's wrong, she goes, I think it was just our accents that really did it. Because she's like, I know I can't hear mine and you guys probably can't hear yours. But she's like, I think for him, something about us saying just hello to him and using his name felt off kilter just because of the accent. And then when they came for like another round and they met another producer, they were like, hello, Mr. Blah, blah, blah. And it happened again. And they were like, he was like, whoa. So that's all it took and they were already hired.
That's awesome.
That's crazy. I don't even like know what to say.
You know what? Your cat drew blood and I didn't realize it because it was in my bloody cleaver area.
They hate you.
They did. They cut me. I had to point it out there because I kept looking. I'm like, why does this hurt? I'm like, it's just a tattoo. It's been there forever. I'm like, oh.
Any poop.
That's freaking awesome. Oh, the jealousy. The
so
jealousy.
Cool. Alright, so I also ran around and did some shopping, so I'm going to show you some shopping things I did. This was really cool because I got to meet a whole bunch of people I've never met in person. I've only known through social media. So I've met like the London 1888 people. I got to meet Ben from Fright Rags. That was super cool. He likes my sleepaway camp pin. That was super awesome. And then I saw some people that I've met at conventions before, like the mother and daughter from Ginger Voodoo that we've done a video for. Mm-hmm. The rock and horror apparel people I've met before, Mark and Lizzie Borden. Who else was there?
Mary.
I know! Get off my shit! I was saving the best for last!
Good.
I got to meet someone that's on an Etsy team that I've never met in person, Inked Up Merch. I got to meet him for the first time, bought some stuff. I got to meet Monster Mary. We've had her soaps in a haul before. I got to meet her, and I kept going back to her table multiple times, and I told James, like, you should probably walk around. I'm going to be here a minute.
Yeah. And, next time, Mary.
It was so much fun. Oh my gosh. So, I'm going to pull...
I haven't seen any of her hauls, so I'm going to be just as amused by everything.
So, I know you've seen this because you have the shirt, but I bought a London 1888 shirt. And I've been eyeballing this for so long. It's probably one of, like, my favorite... Like, every phone call in the first Scream movie is fucking hilarious to me. But this one, like, they're all the same. Some killer stalking some big-breasted girl who can't act, who's always running up the stairs when she should be going out the front door. It's insulting. Like, I can't tell you how many times Adam and I have done that. I used to hide somewhere in the bookstore, call the customer service desk, he'd answer, and I'd be like, what door am I at? Like, so...
I may or may not wear that tank top like 3 times a week when I'm at home.
I looked at the tank top and like the biggest size they had, I was like, so my boobs will fit that.
Yeah.
I was like, that's kind of it.
I don't know. It's comfy though. It's very comfy.
It was definitely soft, but I was like, oh, I'll just get a regular shirt. I also got a shirt from Rock and Horror Apparel. So I had to get this. I had to get Lizzie Borden shirt, Ho Wax.
Oh. Yeah, you wore that.
I wore it. I was super excited. I was like, she's like, what shirt do you want? And I'm like, the one with you on it? Like, and if you don't know who that is, if you guys like really bad horror movies, she has had a part in a bunch of the Terror Toons movie. And in the first one, she's the blonde girl taking a bath, who was the first person to watch the Terror Toons cartoon. So I was like super excited when that finally clicked. Like, I've seen you in something. So it was super cool to like hang out with like her and Mark for a little bit and talk. Like, we talked about a lot of stuff. They've moved to Salem, like tattoos, all sorts of shit.
Aww.
So that was really cool. So this is a silly story. So the second day that I was at Monster Mania, I go up to this table with this girl, the Wicked Cottage, cutest freaking card ever. And she goes, I've seen you. And I was like, yeah, I was here yesterday. She goes, no, YouTube.
Aww.
And I was like,
this is
oh,
such a cute
shit.
card.
I was like, oh my god. So
adorable.
she was super nice. She was really sweet. We chatted a little bit. I'll probably end up tagging her on Instagram. But she was making pot holders, pillows, and makeup bags. And I don't use makeup bags. I have a ton of pot holders that I already don't use. But I got you something from her table.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a coffin bag with Munsters print all over it. A little spiderweb zipper.
Oh my god, I didn't know you did that.
I know you didn't. That's why I didn't post any pictures on Instagram.
I'm gonna use this as a purse. Don't even watch me. I'm gonna walk around with this. Oh my god, you guys. It's a coffin and it's the Munsters.
I know. And it was like...
I'm touching you.
It was like super reasonably priced. And I was like, done.
This is so awesome. This will definitely fit brushes.
That'll definitely fit brushes.
This is so rad. Ah!
I was super excited.
This is
hang on to that
This
too.
is gonna get a lot of fucking use. You don't even know.
Yeah, she was super cool, super sweet. Her stuff is like really good quality.
I have to follow
I was
her.
just, yeah, definitely check her out. She's on Instagram. I'll definitely put links below when everything's all said and done. So let's see. So I had to stop by Ginger Voodoo. I was freaking out. And there's so much stuff I want to smell from their table. So I got there the thing body butter.
I saw they were coming out with the...
Oh my god, it's got glitter in it. This smells like mint.
I smell it.
Yeah, wow, there it goes.
I'm so impatient. I'm like, I smell it. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. That makes me think of Christmas.
Exactly.
It really makes me think of, that smells
like,
so good.
I like clean scents. I like pumpkin scents. I pretty much like anything that's not food, but like peppermint is like that one exception. I love the way this smells, like peppermint and pumpkin.
That smells so fucking good.
they had a whole bunch of like, let me just open it, little planchette soaps that said Ouija on it.
Oh yeah.
And I think this one's supposed to be peppermint and lavender, I think.
That's a really good combo.
Yeah, it smells really good.
Mmm. Oh my damn.
Yeah.
That does smell really, really
And
good.
then I got their lucky motherfucker soap. Smell this.
Oh my god. It took me a second. That smells so good. It's so glittery.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
And then I got their scary strawberry lip balm. This smells so good. And I don't know... Like, I like the way, like, the texture is, so I knew I was going to like it from the other one they gave us, like, the chocolate one. But this is, like, my new favorite. I've been, like, ripping it open at work. It smells so freaking good.
I've gone through both of my chocolate ones. Is that crazy?
It happens.
Like, I've gone through them. They're
It's crazy.
so good.
I have a tendency, like, unless I'm able to, like, wash my hands, I don't do it. So I'm always making out with this because I'll just put my mouth directly on it so I'm not, like, spreading germs or anything like that.
Yeah, you've always been that way. You usually don't.
Yeah, I think
Is that weird
I remember
that.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, like... That's the way to do
help
it. I was too small to do that. I'd have it all over my fucking face. I'd have a mustache. I gotta use my finger.
Oh, good golly. So I also went to Witch Baby Soap, and because, you know, we like bath bombs, we like all sorts of fun shit. And so I bought some of their stuff that I've never, like, really smelled before. So I got the Psychic Bath Bomb that I've been eyeing.
Ooh, I want to smell that. I've never had this one before.
It smells really good.
Oh, it smells good. I fucking love these bath bombs. These are some of my absolute favorite.
I ended up buying 2 bars of, like, their seance soap because it's my favorite and it's always out. And when I went up, she's like, I only have 4 of these. She's like, if you want another one, just let me know. I'll dig it out. So I bought 2 of them.
Yeah.
I ended up giving one to my sister, though.
I love this. Chris uses this one. I always buy it for him. And then I end up using it, too.
It smells super good. I had their Oracle Bath Bomb, which I still have because I've been hoarding it. The thing's $10. It's huge. It's a giant planchette.
Do they have the Oracle? Oh.
So I got, like, the thick... It smells
man.
like carnations, lilies, and eternal rest.
It smells so good. It's funeral flowers. It smells so,
beautiful.
So good. Oh.
And then when I went...
Their stuff, man.
They had their Terra collection that just came out, or it's about to come out. So I got one for you, one for me.
You
Their
told me
Death
about this.
Bath Bombs. They smell like apple.
Oh my god.
They smell like apple.
Oh,
smell
Jesus
really good.
Christ, this smells so... oh my God, Jesus fucking Christ. Sorry, excuse me. Having a...
Smells really good.
You realize I'm going to go home and, like, take a fucking bath. Like, I don't know how to hold on to these things. I'm going to put it in my coffin pouch.
Do it. So...
Thank you.
No problem. So one of the Etsy sellers that I knew from just being on an Etsy team called the Etsy Massacre, there's this one guy, his shop is called Inked Up Merch, and I ended up buying my husband a beanie because it was so freaking cold, so he got like this really cool stitched black beanie that says Stranger Things on it, and then I got a pin from him, an enamel pin, and it's the Hypnosil prescription.
Oh, that's
It's
awesome.
beautiful. I love it. Like, I've seen these before. This thing's huge. This thing's massive. Like, it is huge. And it's a prescription from Nancy Thompson.
Again, the
so
free
cool.
flag buttons.
Mm-hmm. Scumbags and Superstars were there.
Oh, no.
And I don't want to, like, sound, like, mean or anything like that. Their stuff is so cool. The guy that was there, like, promoting the shop was super adorable. And it's funny because we, like, made eye contact multiple times. Like, he knew me from somewhere but didn't know where. Because whenever I post their buttons, you know, he likes our stuff.
Yeah.
And I was looking at all the buttons and I'm like, oh, I already have that. I have that. I have that. And then they always have those $5 sales that I was just like, I think I'm okay. What did you do?
I'm burping from every single time I take a sip of that beer, I burp.
It's
I look
good
at this.
though.
It's a really tasty beer. You guys should see it. Yeah. There's a devil on it.
It says
something.
It says devilishly delicious.
It is. It's really tasty, but man, this is so cool. Yeah, I love Scumbags and The more I hear the people that were there, the more I'm just like,
The trauma people were there too.
Oh, they're always there. They're
It was
always
so
there.
cute watching everyone take pictures with them.
It's adorable.
The people that did the movie The Barn were there, and they had all of like their board games and stuff
Girl,
for it.
have you seen it?
I haven't.
I
so
have
like
it.
they were
Movie
selling
night?
it for like $20, and I was like, Christina has it. I can just fucking like watch it. So I ended up not buying it.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to borrow it, or if we could actually have, like, a legit, like, movie night, that would be rad. Because I want to watch it. I've watched it twice. I love that movie.
It was
Man, and they were there.
Mm-hmm. They were there. It's so funny. They had, like, all the merch that they sell online for it, and, like, including, like, their board game, and they had it open so, like, you could play with it and stuff.
I wanted so much of the merch, but I'm not going to lie, it was a little pricey.
Mm-hmm.
I really...
Yeah, the board game was, like, $60, but I'm sure that's not cheap to make in a small quantities.
Yeah, not at all. I definitely want to get a shirt or something at some point, because that movie fucking rocks.
It looks really good. And then I say, like, again, I keep saying, like, I saved the best for last. I saved Monster Mary stuff for last because I bought a bunch of her soaps. So I got her Sam.
Oh man, I always wanted to get one of those.
It smells so good. Oh, it smells amazing.
Oh my gosh.
I got her Bride. It smells like moonlit pomegranate.
I got one of those, and dude, that thing, I use it constantly, and it's not gone yet. Like, these things will last.
So I'm glad I got one of these. It's her Creature Soap and Tutti Frutti. It fucking sold out while I was there on Saturday.
Way.
On fucking Saturday. Have you smelled it?
No.
Smell it. It's good.
Oh.
I got, this one smells like pear, and I got like Monster. Frankenstein's Monster. He smells good.
I love the molds.
Oh man.
I know her husband does them.
Yeah.
Wait, was he there?
He was there. John was
Oh.
there. He was really cool. It was super sweet.
Oh,
Very,
God.
very nice. And then
Could smell them things.
I got the bath bomb. It smells like caramel apple. It smells really good.
She has bath bombs now?
Yeah, that one's for you.
I am so behind. I know, like, I never thought, like, when I started working that I would get so disconnected from social media, but I really fucking did.
Mm-hmm.
Like, super disconnected, and I feel horrible because I don't keep up with all the things and all the shops that I was keeping up with.
Mm-hmm. It was really hard, too.
Oh, it is, and, you know, I didn't work for 6 years, so it was kind of hard. I didn't expect it to just be that.
Basic bitch ringtone.
Okay, I just got this phone yesterday.
Still happened.
I have not programmed. It's really hard because I've never had an iPhone before, so I don't really know how to do anything with this thing. I'm learning. Anyway,
Pardon
that's
my
awesome.
stank face.
Thank you.
You're
Oh
welcome.
my god, I'm putting it in my coffin.
I'll put you in your coffin. Sorry. That was a Claudia moment.
That was good.
I mean, how many opportunities do you have to say that?
It's true.
There's not always an opening for it.
Well,
Oh
I
my
mean,
god, they're so good.
Yeah, her stuff is awesome. Like, Scarlett's gone through the strawberry Olaf soap that I bought from her from Monster Mania. Like, she loves it. She's like, am I gonna get another one? I'm like, yes, eventually. I'm like, I haven't finished mine yet, though, so.
Oh, I cannot believe I almost forgot this.
What?
I've done this multiple times. I keep forgetting this. So, if you follow me on Instagram, there is one person, every time I go to a convention, I buy something of theirs, and it's the guy from Popsicle Art. So, he does the 3D pop art. It's fucking badass. He doesn't just do horror movie stuff. Like, you'll see, like, horror movie stuff, of course, but you'll also see that he does, like, a bunch of stuff. Like, I think I've seen, like, Jerry Garcia. I think he's done, like, a Dunkin' Donuts coffee cup just for, like, shits and giggles.
So cool.
It's so good. Like, everything is so precise. I was super bummed out to see other people starting to do this as well.
Oh, wow.
But he had something that wasn't his normal, like, cut Popsicle Art. And I got a shining snow globe that's the Overlook Hotel maze. Like, he had these. I was freaking out. It's got the maze inside. It's got axes on it. I was losing my shit. I was freaking out. And what's really funny is, so on the ride up, I was typing in Instagram, like, every hour, like, Monster Mania, like, hashtag to see what was going up, because I knew the first people were going to be the vendors posting, like, look at my table. Dude, and I saw this in one of the pictures, and I was like,
okay, so when I got over here, within, like, the first hour, I was picking that thing up. I'm like, what is this? This is cool. That thing is really awesome.
I have a whole bunch of his stuff. Like, I have a Rosemary's Baby one. I have a Camp Crystal Lake sign. And I think I have a handbook for the recently deceased.
Yeah, didn't you get that last time?
Yeah, that's what I got last time at the Maryland one. He's always at, like, pretty much every convention I go to. His stuff is such good quality. The price is right. And if you buy multiples, you usually get a discount. You get them a little bit cheaper.
That's awesome.
It's super awesome.
Aww.
I fucking love it. That was really cool to see him too. Yeah. Overall, like, this was definitely, like, a very, like, successful, a lot of fun for, like, my first convention. All the panels I went to were awesome. Oh, last minute, Adam Green was added to the list, so him and Kane Hodder did a panel together.
I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Dude, that would have been, he would have been scared if I was there.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
obsessed.
It was so much fun. They did bring up Holliston, because of course that's always a question that comes up. The script is already ready, and so that things don't happen like they have for the last 2 seasons where you can't find it, or like for 5 years he no longer owns the script because someone ends up in a merger with the network that he's putting it on, or FearNet goes away. They have several offers on the table for who's going to pick up season 3, and they're not going to sign it to the last minute so that he doesn't lose the rights to his own fucking show. Like he has multiple times because of stupid ass contracts that don't go away.
I wonder what they're going to do with that
Oris. They're going to explain that. He already said there's going to be something about it. It happens in the first episode and then it's done. Good. He's like, but it will be brought to attention.
Oh, I got goosebumps even. Y'all don't know how much I fucking love that show. I have all of it on Amazon, like both seasons on Amazon. I mean, fucking Kane Hodder, Daniel Harris, like,
Dee Snider.
Dee Snider and Tony Todd. Like, I mean, everyone has been on the show. Well, I mean, not everyone, but like a lot of people. It is such an awesome show. Like, that's really what made me love him besides directing. Like, that show hooked me to this man.
It was super good. Oh, crazed. So crazed. He was, so he talked about all of that stuff, and he said that they're already doing, like, the rehearsals where they do, like, the read-throughs, and they're filming in November.
Oh my god, I'm so
That's
excited.
when it's gonna start.
I don't think you understand. I could cry right now. I am so excited.
He even, he told the story about how he came up with the idea for Victor Crowley and everything. Like, so he went to, like a Hebrew camp, and it was, like, called, like, Camp something. And he said that when he was there, that they made up, the counselors made up the story, like, don't go to bunk number 7. You know, that's where Victor Crowley is, and he'll kill you. So that's where, like, the name came from. And he's like, fuck yeah, I want to go to that fucking bunk. We're going to go to that bunk. And he found out, you know, that's where all the counselors got drunk and did stupid shit. And he's like, okay, but he went back to his bunk and made up this fucked up story about this guy. And he hated by the way, he hated this camp. He was like, it wasn't like camp where you do archery and you do all these crazy outdoor activities. He's like, I was scrubbing shit. I was cleaning nonstop. He's like, I wanted to fucking leave. And I thought this was like going to be the cool thing that happened. And he said he goes, figures out what it is, makes up the story, and all the kids start freaking out like, oh, he's gonna get us, he's gonna kill us. And so his parents got called, and they were like, I don't know, we should probably just, like, send him home. He's crazy. He's like, yeah, I'm crazy. I'm going to kill people. Like, he's like, so I got out.
You're making me love him more.
What's even funnier, though, is so I guess apparently he tells this story a lot because it does get asked, like, how did you come up with this? Because if you think about it, there are no slashers that haven't been done before. You know, you can have a Freddy remake, but if you, like, think about current times, there is no franchise that has a slasher apart. Like, I think the last one was probably Ghostface that I can name.
Yeah, man, that's
and that
true.
was like 1996 that first came out.
That's
so
really true.
He was so he was talking about this at another convention, and someone's like, wait, what was the camp called? And it was like camp something in Hebrew, and he's like, you realize that's the Hebrew word for work? He's like, I was literally sent to camp work. Thanks, Mom and Dad. He also has a movie that's in post-production. It's almost done. Yeah. They're not releasing a trailer for it till the very last minute. He said that this is also the 10th year anniversary for Hatchet, so he's touring around with that. Mm-hmm. So keep your eyes and ears open. Follow him on social media. He will be running around. I do. He said that, so the movie that we both got in our horror pack, Digging Up the Marrow, that was one of his movies. And he said, for a lot of people, he's like, we didn't put any word out. And he goes, because piracy is so big. And he's like, people really don't understand. He's like, a lot of my movies, I'm not really making money on. Yeah. I'm kind of breaking even after everything is like paid for, said and done. And he's like, and I'm not saying anyone here pirates stuff, but he's like, it has really changed the way I do things. And he said that when Digging Up the Marrow came, he had the only copy on Blu-ray. And he went to the theater, he sat with the Blu-ray while it fucking played, and someone came up and tried to steal it.
Jesus.
And then they realized, he's like, oh, you're the guy, bye! So he says, I don't think I'll ever do a major movie release like that. Yeah. Because he's like, he's like, too many people kind of ruin it for everybody. Yeah. And he's like, when I first did this with Digging Up the Marrow, people had no idea what this was. It came out of nowhere and was like, what the fuck?
Remember when we got it, I was like, what the?
Yeah, I know. Like, and for something with Ray Wise in it, I was like, how did I not know about this?
That shocks me. I don't know.
It was insane.
That doesn't really shock me. Why did I say that shocked me? It doesn't shock me at all.
I don't know.
People are assholes. People are jerks. And
he brought this up because he's a huge metal fan, and he was talking about Metallica, and he's like, back in the Napster days, he's like, people went after Metallica, like, what? They were the only band speaking out, like, don't go stealing my shit. And he had a valid point. If you're a true fan, you want to support the artist. Yeah. That's what you want to do. You're going to go out, you're going to buy that CD on iTunes if that's how you do it. You're going to go buy it at Target or wherever the fuck you buy music these days. You're going to order that Blu-ray on Amazon or BarnesandNoble.com. Yeah.
You dirty whore.
I can't help. This is the second time someone's called me that in 24 hours. Jesus Christ. No, I'm sorry. That was traitorous whore. I got called that last night.
You know what though? Like, honestly, I can honestly say, I buy all my DVDs. I go on Amazon, I buy all my Blu-rays, or Girl. Yeah, no, even my house, it's the same thing. Like, you just shelves and shelves of Blu-rays. And, you know, Horror Pack definitely adds to those. But, yeah, we're still paying for them. And
absolutely.
Yeah, I do not, absolutely don't. And I don't support it.
I still go to the movie theater.
Yeah. When time allows, I try to. But, yeah, I always buy it. And if I love a movie enough, like, okay, for like The Love Witch, I bought it on Amazon, like on Amazon TV, so I could see it right away, and I still pre-ordered that bitch and bought it. You know what I mean? If I love a movie, I want that copy of it. Like, I'll have it on Amazon, because like Tales of Halloween, you can get that there before you...
Absolutely. Yeah. Very, very cool. All right. Well, I think I'm done running my mouth. Man, it was a lot. I talked so much. I talked for 30 minutes.
Dude, like, no, you got really, really, really good stuff, and I cannot tell you how fucking jealous I am. Like, not even about the stuff, about just, like, not being there, but I
don't know. It was a lot of fun. It was crazy. There was, like, really shit weather. Parking was horrible. Yeah, but it was so much fun. Even at one point, they had to call the fire marshal, or the fire marshal showed up because they were at, like, beyond max capacity, and they stopped letting people into the hotel on Saturday.
And I've always loved the New Jersey Monster Mania so much more than the Maryland one. I mean, even, like, we'll see, back in, like, when I was, like, you know, vending at them and doing the counters and stuff, like, the parties afterwards, especially, like, I don't know, like, there's much more of, like, a horror family feel when I'm at the New Jersey one versus the Maryland one. Like, the Maryland one's good, but it's smaller. There's a lot less foot traffic, but I don't feel like we get as many vendors, you know what I mean? Like,
no, you don't get nearly as many vendors.
Yeah, they have 3 vendor rooms. Like, they always have 3 vendor rooms at New Jersey. I don't know, like, I fucking love that one. I'm going in August. going. I'm dragging Big Eric with me.
Oh, this was super cute. So the two of the kids and then the critter from Stranger Things were there, and they were all in the corner of the one room. It was so the line for the Stranger Thing kids was longer than John Cusack's. It was obscenely long.
I saw their little videos dancing.
Oh my god! So the little kid, I don't know how you say his first name, like his real first name. I don't know if it's Gatton or Gatian or what the fuck it is, but the little Maserati kid had the most badass shirt on. Saturday, he shows up in a white shirt, and it's got this crazy, like, metal font, and I'm like, what band is that? It's bright yellow, and it's on a white shirt. No fucking metal band does this. It said French Fries. I was like, stop being so cute.
Yeah, my favorite one was there.
It was so cute. Oh my god, I was died. They were so adorable, and apparently, like, one girl wanted to, like, take a picture with him, and he saw her phone case was, like, a mashup of two Disney princesses, and he was like, oh, you know what my favorite Disney movie is? And started geeking out over Disney movies with this one girl. I was like, this is the cutest thing ever.
So cute.
So cute. Your little cheeks.
Man, dude, yeah, I'm so, I mean, there was literally no way that I could have gone, like, it just wasn't in the cards, but fuck.
Oh, I have one more thing to show.
More?
So,
See?
the very last day, because
yeah.
I ended up not going on Sunday, I'm rocking the phone. Oh, you see Jake Busey up there? Oh, you can't. That's okay. So, I found out there was a Crystal Lake Diner, like, 5 minutes away from the fucking hotel.
You want to know
And
something?
I went, what?
I'm sorry. I've had multiple people on my friends list taking the exact same picture in front of it that you did.
I was
like,
excited.
so many people, or I'm on Instagram, not friends list, but you know what I mean, follow us. I was like, so many people. I could have been hanging out with all of you and bothering you.
I was sitting there with my mom, and I really wanted to steal something from the diner. And here's the thing. That's, like, in my blood. I can't control this. My mom's mom used to steal shit from restaurants all the time. Like, mugs, soy sauce containers. And you go to a crab place, and they had a really good, like, knife for, like, picking crabs. She would steal that. So, and my mom and her sisters do that too. So I'm sitting there, and my mom's mom, her name is Joan, and I was like, looking around, and I'm like, I'm about to Joan this mug. And my mom knew exactly what I meant, and she's like, do it. So that's what I did.
You know what's funny? Barbara used to make, back in the day, Barbara would take us to Bob's Big Boys all the time, whatever, Bob's Big Boy, close the mouthful. No. I don't think it's around anymore, but that was definitely a huge thing in, like, when in the late 80s, early 90s, she would take us. And she would always have us steal all the jams. She'd be like, Christina, put those in my purse. So I'd be putting all the jams in Barbara's purse. And, like, she would always, like, when you opened one of her cabinet drawers, it was stocked full of, like, the plastic kind of jams, a little glass jar kind of jams. Like, that woman never paid for jam. Sorry, I'm, like, so amused by this. But I knew you would take something from that diner. And I knew you were going to, as soon as I saw the first person post their picture, post themselves in front of that diner, I was like, Sarah's gonna have one of those posts.
I'm gonna do it.
It's gonna be there.
Do it. I had to. Very good coffee, as far as diner coffee goes. I was impressed, and I drink coffee black, so
I need. If
that doesn't tell you I like coffee, I don't know what does.
I barely drink it anymore, so I don't know, but that makes me want coffee.
So good. All right, well, I guess that's it.
Yeah, we're almost out of time.
You shush. All right, well, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs.
She should have done it since.
I gotta give it thumbs up. Listen to me talk more. Look at my pretty things. Twins. Like I said, I will put all the links down below as soon as I have a second. I'll probably even put, like, the links to the Grady Sisters page. Shining twins, by the way. Because I'm freaking out so hardcore about this. And if you guys were there, if you said hi, please comment down below. If you guys are excited, if you go to the Maryland one, please comment down below. Let us know.
If you're going to be at the August one, let me know, because I don't know if she's going to go, but I'm 99.9% sure that my ass is going to be there no matter what. So let me know if you're going to be there too.
Let her know. Let us know. Down below.
Get this box. Get this box.
I know. Why is everything a damn song right now? All right.
Why not?
As always, if you want to know more, see what we're doing up next, just hit the subscribe button.
Hang out with us some more.
Do it. People seem to like us.
I just want to be like, Tutti fucking fruity when you said that.
The cool kids are doing it.
It's true.
All right, guys. Well, until next time.
Bye.
Bye.